Hazbin Hotel. What determines if someone goes to heaven or hell? If someone goes to heaven or hell in the Hazbin Hotel universe, it is somewhat obscure when you really look into it, as even the native angels and demons of their respective domains seem unaware as to what or whom determines where mortals end up. Yet there is the typical belief that humans who do bad actions end up in hell, and humans who do good actions end up in heaven. But human existence is not so clearly separated by good and evil. Taking a character like Serpentius, we see while he was not violent, cruel, or even a particularly evil person, but it was his cowardice that led him to reside in hell, as his failure to bring a mass murderer to justice, and while his actions in coming forward and confessing what he knows of the mass murderer could have saved a lot of lives, he himself was not the perpetrator of these sins, merely an unwilling bystander who was scared of repercussions of the potential blowback of doing the right thing. Were his actions rooted in selfishness and self-preservation? Almost certainly. But were they also rooted in fear as well? I'd find it hard to believe anyone would deny either of those statements. So should a character like Serpentius have ended up in hell in the first place? It is my theory that for some characters, it is not just their actions that determines whether they go to hell or heaven, but also the ways in which they perceive themselves. If they hold guilt or regret about their human existence, then I believe this opens up a possibility for a character that, if not for these regrets, may have ended up in heaven. An opposite example of this is that of Adam, the first man, arguably the second human to ever sin within the Hazbin universe. He is vulgar, misogynistic, holds superiority complex, and is bloodthirsty, yet somehow managed to find a place within heaven. And I believe he is there as he is a reflection of the era in which he resided in when he was alive. This was a time when the value of men was placed above that of women, where people who stood outside the norm were openly shunned for their differences, and those that disassociated from these outliers were seen as a righteous soul doing the Lord's work, staying true to his word. So as Adam believed that his actions and beliefs were just, he was able to ascend to heaven, even though by today's modern standards he'd be viewed as a despicable and hateful man. Now of course, there were always sins and actions that humanity viewed as evil and deserving of punishment, such as doing harm to others or stealing, which is why some humans hold no queries about where they will end up when they pass, because the society is always ingrained within them that they are the evil ones and that their actions are heinous. But these are only theories. If you enjoyed this short theory and wish to hear more Hazbin Hotel theories, please comment Serpentius, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.